Rebecca Brock, Northwest Harnett, 5220 Christian Light Road. This is a question for you at Regional Water. So if we're doubling or we're really increasing the sewage capacity, which is great, and I'm definitely for development as the 2015 plan has stated, maybe that should be reviewed as well given the growth. But I want to understand that the sewage is then treated and then dumped back into the Cape Fear. Is that correct or not?
Well, it's discharged. I don't know if I just dumped, but yes, it's discharged, it's treated, and then disinfected, and then discharged back into the Cape Fear River. Yes.
That's a bad word I use.
Yes.
Because you have done the work for it.
Right.
And I'm just curious, if we increase that discharge, is there any, any negative effect on that increased discharge into the Cape Fear?
Mr. Wood alluded to the permitting process that we go through with the state. They look at the assimilative capacity of us increasing the size of the plant. And they place limits on us as to what we can discharge as far as all different kind of nutrients that harm the river going forward. So they'll make sure that we meet those standards.
I'm fine. Thank you.
Huh?
Thank you, Ms. Brock. Anyone else?
I'm Mark Muskowski. I'm actually a landowner here as well. I bought some property off of Ray Road in that particular area. We did that as an investment. I'm a developer. The plan that you outlined, I'm in full support of. I think that's a great compromise between your existing plan and understanding that you're having to look to the future of the plant and you're trying to reach a compromise with developers along the way, as opposed to doing nothing. You are trying to do something. So I commend you on that. I think that's a good plan. I'm going to use Ray Road as an example. When we bought the property a few years back, we were looking to develop the property, and we ran into some issues with capacity on Ray Road. The lines in that particular area could not handle, the outfall lines could not handle the capacity that we were going to do 200 lots. As most of you may know, 200 lots or less, you kind of only need one entrance, and it seemed like a good, safe project to go in and to do 200 lots. We come to find out we didn't have capacity. So our engineer did a study, and the only way to restore that is to put in a pump station and pump it back down Ray Road to 210 and get into I guess it's the Federal to Fort Bragg system that's there. So that's what we're doing for this particular project, which is going to cost us about $1.2 million. So if we were only allocated 100 lots under the current plan, we could not afford to do that. Mm-hmm. So to be able to go to 200 lots and maybe eventually to 400 lots, the 200 lots puts us at about $6,000 a lot to do the off-site improvements, which is the pump station and the force main. That makes it a little more economical, reasonable to we can pass that on. Mm-hmm. So your plan, that's an example. I'm giving you an actual piece of property that we want to develop, that your plan now makes it more feasible for the smaller communities of the 200 lots. So I think your plan is spot on until you get your plan up and running. And then in terms of some of the concerns I heard about the economic, about how to take care of the future needs or the current needs of the current residents, just doing, if you're allocated 200, and then you can have another 200 in escrow, so essentially you're getting 400 lots. The average home price now is around $230,000. You can't, with supplies and materials and lumber, you're not building 200,000 or less houses anymore. So the median price point of 230 times 400 lots, that's $100 million tax base. So that's how you get from where you're at now 4 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. That's just one 400-lot subdivision. So to your point, you've got all these lots coming on. You can do the math on that economic tax base for the county. That's how you pay for upgrades for the current residents as you move forward.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Anyone else like to speak?